What is up, you guys? Sam Dog, the infamous 253 coming at you guys with Dallas Stewart. Gonna go over the our reaction to the Seahawks 2024 season schedule. Dallas, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Getting ever so closer to the start of the 2024 season.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is always an exciting time of year when they release the schedule.
Oh yeah, it's a very exciting time indeed. And now let's get into the schedule first. They showed our three preseason games so far on here, but they didn't they're not showing on the little thing with the picture of all our rivals for the regular season. But week one for preseason, we're at the Los Angeles Chargers. Week two, we're at the Tennessee Titans, and week three, we got the Cleveland Browns at home in Seattle for the final preseason game. I hope that week three game is on a Saturday.
Yeah, that always is a benefit for you.
Yeah, that is
Because
a
the last couple of years, haven't they been having the last preseason game on a Thursday?
yeah, something like that where I've had to use PTO and take like a half day from work. So hopefully that doesn't come down to that this year where I don't have to freaking take PTO or take a half day. So hopefully that's not the case this year for having to go on. Let me just get the video thing to show my video panel right here while I'm doing this. So yep, right there. There's our preseason schedule. And now let's get into the regular season. First off, at home, we got the Denver Broncos at home again for the first time since Russell Wilson's Bronco debut, which obviously Russell's now at the Pittsburgh Steelers, taking on the Broncos at home. Who do you think we're facing in that? You think we'll face Bo Nix week one, or do you think we might face Jared Stidham, or will we face Zach Wilson?
Yeah, I forgot that they traded for Zach Wilson. Yeah, probably Bo Nix.
Yeah, Sean Payton, I gotta say he could pop. Let's see
This
how.
is a huge year. This is a huge year for Sean Payton, year three.
Yeah, I'm excited though, and I'm a little concerned. I want to see how the offense looks under Grubb as our OC, and I want to see this defense with Mike McDonald. Hopefully, he can get us going right off the bat on defense. I mean, drafting Byron Murphy the second with our first overall pick. I hope this would be a good test to see how much we can get after them in week one.
Yeah, Denver kind of came on strong at the end of last year after that like 1-5 start. So, um, yeah, hopefully this is a lot better than that 17-16 game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hopefully this can be a little bit more comfortable of a win.
Yeah, I'm not going to guarantee that we're going to win,
And
but
not
I
as much of a defensive or offensive struggle for both teams.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is this though. I'm just gonna say that hopefully we are freaking hopefully we win by more than one for sure, but I'm not gonna guarantee it as a win though. But I mean you can't guarantee any game is a win, but I think this is a very winnable game indeed. All right, up
So
next
this is the third time in like 6 years that we've played Denver in week one because 2018.
yeah, for sure, man. For sure. I got some of last year's stuff in there. Got it on Google. So, all right. Then week two on a September 15th, we got the New England Patriots. We got the Patriots in week two
I wish this was
in
I
Foxborough.
wish this was flipped with week one just because it'd be something different than what we saw 2 years ago.
Yeah, but taking on, I think we're gonna
And it's
see
a
Drake May.
easier it's a easier this is an easier game.
I wouldn't still call it easier because we don't even know how the Patriots build. We know they got Jaden McMillan from the Huskies too, and they got Drake May. They got their quarterback in Drake May, so Drake May is going
And
to be the obvious.
it's a long trip.
It is a long trip across the coast, but
And
some
the last time we played New England on the road was in 2016, and that was that Sunday night game. The goal line stop on
on Cam Newton.
Gronkowski.
No, it was goal line stop on Cam
Well,
Newton.
the last time we played in New England
Yeah, that's right, in New England. But I
was
thought you
the
meant
Sunday night game. Oh, and then the last time it was one of the a thriller on Sunday night in 2020 when we stopped Cam Newton
Yeah, that's right.
in the pandemic year when we went live.
That's right.
One of our top wins. That was one of our top wins of the 2020 season.
Yeah. Yep. So
That was like number three. I remember.
yeah, week 2, obviously. Yep. Taking on the Patriots. All right. Week 3, the return of Jordan Brooks because he's coming back with the Miami Dolphins to Seattle. Week 3, another home game against the Miami Dolphins. I could possibly see this one as a loss. Yeah, I know they added Odell Beckham Jr. They still got Jalen Waddle. They still got Tyreek Hill. Tua can sling it with his left hand, and he's just, he's kind of proven, but obviously couldn't quite handle the freezing cold of Kansas City last year in the playoffs. I think Miami could possibly be a loss. What do you
Yeah,
think?
this is going to be a tough test for our defense. And last time we faced them was down in Miami in 2020. We got the win.
Yeah, that
But I
was
remember the last time we faced them at home was that 12-10 game in week
2016.
one of 2016. I remember that.
Yep, I remember that because I was there. Week 4 at Detroit on Monday Night Football, September 30th. Another matchup with Detroit for the third straight year in a row.
Yeah,
Well,
in Detroit.
actually, fourth straight year in a row we faced Detroit because the first Russell Wilson's last home game when we beat
Yeah,
him.
the game that you took me to.
Yeah, even though Jared Goff wasn't playing, it was Tim Boyle, and we
Yeah.
dropped that 50 burger on him, and then obviously the crazy shootout game in 2022, and then the crazy shootout game again, which both those last 2 times we faced him, we had a pick
Overtime.
six.
Yeah, overtime last year.
Yep, overtime game winner to Tyler Lockett, who touched the pylon, and now we get him again, but this time they put this game on prime time.
Yeah, this is going to be these two games after these are going to be two tough games in a
Yeah,
row.
I'm not predicting win
Uh,
losses, but it's like I could potentially see us losing to Detroit.
I could see Detroit getting us this year.
Yeah,
They've got to be thinking about revenge for the two heartbreaking losses the
yes,
last 2 years.
yeah, and plus they were on the doorstep of the Super Bowl last year, so they got that loss to the 49ers where they blew it.
This is definitely one of the more tougher games on our schedule.
Yeah, and Detroit's gonna be, playing with a fire lit underneath them after they blew that NFC Championship game, especially Dan Campbell for not sending out the field goal kicker. Those times in the NFC Championship when they blew it to San Francisco. All right, then week 5, we got the New York Giants. I could definitely see this as another win. I know the Giants boosted up their pass rush, but I still think we're slightly better than them, especially if they're going with Daniel Jones again as their quarterback. We all know for sure this is his last chance to keep his starting job for sure. Which I don't get why the Giants didn't draft a quarterback. I don't get why the Giants didn't draft a quarterback.
It'll be a test for our secondary going against Malik Neighbors, who
Yeah.
we drafted in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a definitely more winnable game on our schedule. We handled them pretty easily last year on the Monday night game.
I was there in New York.
And
This
then
time we're getting them in Seattle.
Obviously in 2022, when they were rolling at the time, we had a pretty convincing win
Yep.
in 2022 at home.
I remember that one because I was there. Kenneth Walker sealed it.
Yeah.
And then the special teams, obviously now Will Dissly's on the Chargers. He got special teams player of the week that week. But now, obviously last year, Witherspoon's pick 6, I was there for that one. But now we get him in Seattle again. I could definitely see this one's a win. Week 6, we got the 49ers on Thursday night. The 49ers obviously are still going to be the top dog of the NFC West. So I wouldn't be surprised if we lost that one. Week 7, we're at the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons got Kirk Cousins as their quarterback.
This one's really interesting.
Yeah, because who are we going to see? Are we going to see Kirk Cousins? I don't know if he'll still be 100% by the time the season starts. I have a feeling he's going to be ready, though, but if he really starts to blow or if he gets injured again early, how soon could we see Michael Penix?
Probably pretty quick.
Yeah. Could there be a potential that we maybe see Michael Penix take over if he hasn't taken over already by week 7, or will we still see Kirk Cousins?
It would sure be nice to get a little revenge on Atlanta for 2022.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I could definitely see that, especially with...
in week 1 in 2020 was
Yeah,
Atlanta,
yeah,
where we pulled away in the second half.
yeah. That's right. I remember during the COVID year, the first game of the COVID year, when we just killed them, and then we lost them in 2022. But I would love to get
Atlanta
revenge for
is
that.
going to be an interesting team. A new coach.
Yep, a coach that
They
we're
could be
familiar with because he came from the Rams
maybe a sleeper team in the NFC this year. Who
in the NFC
knows?
South. We'll see. I mean, we'll see
A
what
very
Raheem.
winnable division. We know that.
Yeah, their new coach. He came from the Los Angeles Rams. What was his
Yeah,
name again?
Raheem Morris, the old Rams OC and one-time Bucks head coach,
Yeah, it'll
or
be.
Rams DC, I should say, and one-time Bucks coach.
Yeah, we'll see what Atlanta does with him. But all right, up next
That's an
after that.
interesting game right there.
Yeah, then we got the Buffalo Bills at week 8. Bills are going to be interesting to watch.
Another really tough game.
We know the Bills just signed frickin' Marquez Valdez-Scantling recently. They drafted Keon Coleman from Florida State, and they lost
Obviously, the big
Stephon
news in the
Diggs.
offseason was trading Stephon Diggs, but I think they're still going to be a contender in the AFC
And
East.
Gabe Davis went to the Jacksonville Jaguars, so they lost some pieces. But
They put up 44 against us when we played them in Buffalo in 2020, and then the last time they were in Seattle was in 2016. It was a Monday night game.
Yeah, that was the last
and
time.
I remember it went right down to the wire.
Yeah, we ended up
back when Rex Ryan was their coach.
Yeah, that was the last time we beat the Bills in Seattle, and this time we're getting to see Josh Allen.
I think Steven Hauschka was on the Bills.
I don't remember Hauschka being on the Bills. I think Hauschka was still with us at the time.
I think he still might have been with. I think that one might have been the last year with Hauschka.
Yeah. But yeah, Buffalo, that's gonna be a tough one. Then we got the LA Rams in week 9 in Seattle, November 3rd. That will be a 125.
We know that's always tough.
Yeah, always tough to play the Rams, but we'll be interested to see how we almost beat them last time we played them in LA if Myers makes that kick.
Or if we had just been able to put it away in the penalties really cost us in the second matchup with the Rams.
But hey, first match. Life after Aaron Donald now. Life after Aaron Donald. Donald's no longer there, retired.
The sudden shocking retirement.
Yep. Then week 10 is the bye week. Thank God I got the locks in town. Can't wait to see Jadakiss, Styles P, and Sheik Louch live in concert that weekend. So thank God that's a bye week. Week 11, we're at the Niners. Then week 12, we get the first matchup with the Arizona Cardinals at home in Seattle. We took them down to the wire in Arizona last time we played them with obviously Matt Prater getting we got a little Pottsville curse magic with Matt Prater missing those 2 critical kicks in Pete's last game as our head coach, which we ended up winning that one, a 21-20 blackjack win and making it our 5th straight win. Do we make this win number 6? It'll be interesting. They got Marvin Harrison Jr. now. Michael Wilson's good. They might be much.
The Cardinals are going to be an improved team.
We will only see, but let's see if Pottsville Curse might wreck some stuff. Plus, remember, they still got the midget at quarterback. They still got the overrated.
Yeah, we'll see, but that was definitely one of our ugliest wins last year in Week 18.
And then we won by 10 points the time before that when they still had Josh Dobbs. But yeah, Kyler Murray being back with a weapon like Marvin Harrison Jr. And then, of course, they still got Michael Wilson Jr. They still got James Conner in the backfield, who's going to be the primary back. Rondale Moore's now at the Atlanta Falcons since they traded him. Desmond Ridder, backup quarterback. So Cardinals fans better be praying that Kyler doesn't get injured again. So it'll be interesting to see what we do with that one too. But I could definitely see that one going either way. But I could definitely see us. But I definitely think we can beat them for a 6th straight time and a 7th straight time. But, all right. But after that, we got the New York Jets December 1st at MetLife Stadium during Thanksgiving weekend. It's a 10 a.m. start time, our time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. I am actually trying to go to that game too, so I'll finally get to experience New York City, maybe see some Christmas time stuff over there. And of course, maybe see the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Who knows what I might do over there. But Aaron Rodgers back from let's see if he's truly going to be back, because we don't know if he'll get injured again during the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the Jets, But I'm just anxious to see how Mike McDonald's defense is going to attack him and attack the other teams that we will be facing during the time too, and just see what we truly got. Because definitely be a test to see what we got for the future this season with our, especially with how McDonald's going to run a defense. But my biggest concern is how Grubb does with the offense with our as our OC. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah, but this Jets game could go either way. But I think mostly, I mean, if Rodgers is playing that too, and the Jets got a tough defense, they got a good offense, but as long as Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, this could potentially be a loss and probably end the MetLife streak for us, most likely if Rodgers is playing. But if we could keep that
yeah,
MetLife streak alive and get to lucky number 7, I would be very happy with that. But I wouldn't be surprised if the streak comes to an end this year.
yeah. Neither would I, depending on if the Jets could stay healthy.
Yeah. Week 14 at the Cardinals. Probably might go to that game as well. Back to back road games, maybe. Because I think that's going to be the game my dad wants to go to again, too, is going back down to Arizona. Easy to navigate. So we'll see what happens if we can make it seven straight wins against them this season. But I feel like we could still beat Arizona. I feel like we could still sweep Arizona. I know they made some good moves, but I still feel like we're better. I still feel like we could sweep them.
Yeah, the only team I feel good about our chances against in the division. I still don't think it'll be. I still think it'll be hard because they always give us problems.
Well,
No matter.
they didn't give us problems the last in 2022. They only gave us the problems in freaking the last game last year. Pete's last game was the only
Uh,
game they gave us problems in last year because we beat them by 10 in the first matchup last year. And then we beat them
yeah,
by 10
but it
the
was
last
still.
we had 3 straight 10-point wins against them up to that last game.
Yeah, it was still kind of ugly the first game, but it was a lot better than the second time we played them.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. For some reason, we just kind of played down to them. For some reason.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be the case this time with Mike McDonald. I think he's going to have that defense and Byron Murphy just eating up Kyler Murray. All right, up
I would
next.
love to sweep them again.
Yeah, all right. Week 15 at home, Sunday night football against the Green Bay Packers. That's going to be a tough one because the Packers are much improved, and Jordan Love started to prove himself, especially with the way that he and the Packers went into Dallas and mopped the floor with the Cowboys before ultimately dropping that heartbreaker to the and almost upsetting San Francisco if Anders Carlson doesn't miss that kick.
Yeah,
Yeah. This Green Bay game, I could potentially see that as possibly see them coming in here and beating us in Seattle for the first time since 2008.
yeah, that's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, it'll be a good real test for the McDonald defense to see how well we can shut the
Packers are a team that's on the rise.
And Green Bay just signed Josh Jacobs, so they got Josh Jacobs and freaking AJ Dillon now in that running back room since Aaron Jones went over to who we're going to be playing the following week, the Minnesota Vikings. And Minnesota Vikings, will it be JJ McCarthy? I think by this time we'll probably most likely see JJ McCarthy at quarterback at the time if they don't start Sam Darnold early. If they start Sam Darnold early in the season, but how soon could we possibly see JJ McCarthy? Because I could potentially, maybe, depending on how he looks in preseason, see JJ McCarthy starting for the Vikings.
Yeah,
Yeah, Minnesota, and they still got Justin Jefferson, which they're still working on a deal with him. And yeah, so that's still a threat. KJ Osborne are trying to think about who the Vikings may have lost during this offseason, but I could definitely see us beating Minnesota. And then the day after Christmas, Thursday night football, we got the Chicago Bears taking on Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze. I'm anxious to see how the Bears look this year, to be honest with you, too.
yeah, they Bears really came on strong at the end of last year. Man, that'll be a tough one. It should be just be frigid conditions.
Yeah, but I want revenge for the last couple of times we played them. I want revenge for 2018 and I want revenge for 2021.
Yeah, we haven't beaten them since 2015.
Yeah, so
I especially want revenge for that snow game in 2021 when we lost to freaking Nick Foles.
in Seattle. Yeah, I want revenge for that one
We
too.
gave up the game-winning touchdown and the game-winning 2-point conversion to, I think it was Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham caught the touchdown and someone else caught the 2-point conversion. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might have been Darnell Mooney.
Yeah. And
yeah,
then,
that game really sucked.
yeah, and then up next we got the LA Rams for the final time, either to be determined to be January 4th or January 5th. Some's telling me it'll be that Sunday, which will be January 5th. I don't think it'll be a Saturday. The time will be determined. We'll see if we're fighting for anything in the season. So That'll be very interesting. I see some winnable games. I definitely see some games that I think we could lose, but one game at a time, 1 week at a time, and let's see what happens. But now it is back, got the schedule up, and let's see where it goes from here.
Yep. About what? A couple months until
Preseason,
training camp.
training camp and preseason. Yep, preseason
And
in
then
August.
preseason.
All right. I just hope our only home preseason game is a Saturday. That's all I want. Just football schedulers, please put it on Saturday so I can save up some PTO. That's all I freaking want. All right.
Yeah.
And there you have it. That's our schedule reaction. Drop your thoughts in the comments below on your thoughts of the schedule, and let's get to it. All right. See y'all later. If you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. And as always, go Seahawks.